Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to MLS Journeyman with Zebu Nation. We are, of course, back with Inter Miami in Season 1 of our lovely save here. Now, there's not a heck of a lot to talk about today because it is time for the U.S. Cup. And, of course, we just saw the mid-season review, and we're just like one game past that. So not a heck of a lot has happened in MLS territory, but the U.S. Cup has begun. Let us take a look. As you can see here, we are in the fourth round against our rivals, Orlando City. It's going to be a chance for us to avenge ourselves from earlier in the season. Take a look at the U.S. Cup fourth round stages. There we are. The good old playoff tree here, the tournament tree, if you will. Fourth round has already begun. New England over Nashville 2-1. Atlanta wiping the floor with New York City 3-0. Likewise, Philadelphia over Seattle 3-0. Minnesota 2-0 over Tampa Bay. The Rowdies are out of here. And that brings us to today, Orlando City versus Inter Miami. Let's get to the match preview. We are in Orlando today at Exploria Stadium. 66 degrees, gusty, perhaps a little rainy, so not the best weather for the football, but we will play it anyway. As you can see, our record versus Orlando, 2 losses and 1 draw is all we've been able to muster against our in-state rivals. So we'll see if we can change that fortune today in the U.S. Cup. Now, this is a competition we really want to win because it'll raise our prestige, and we're all about prestige. Plus, it'll get us into the CONCACAF Champions League, North American Champions League, so we will be able to, again, raise our status even more. Jesus Vera is the head coach for Orlando. We've looked at this guy before. He just got here in 2020. Had a few games. Let's see. Take a look at his overall record. 27 games won, 17 draws, 15 losses. Win percentage of 45%. That's pretty good. He's doing well in Orlando, and they keeping them near the top of the league. So that's good. Orlando is the favorites today, 6-4. They come in strong form, but so do we. They got 4 wins and a loss in their last 5. We got 3 wins, 2 draws, no losses. So we're coming in a bit of an unbeaten streak. Let's see if we can keep that going today. Take a look at our team selection. The bench is fairly familiar. Got a lot of familiar names on there. We tried to put most, if not all, of our Americans on the roster here. We got Stuver, backup goalkeeper, Shaq Moore, backup fullback, Shinosky, defense, Figuera in the midfield, Letts, the wings / striker, Acosta attacking center mid, and then Mackenzie Gaines can be right wing or striker. So we got lots of versatility on the bench. Let's get to it. Submit our team, perhaps. There we go. We got a lot of guys lacking match sharpness right now. Yeah. Got guys that are even lacking numbers. Look at this. Nuhu, his first appearance of the season. We just picked him up. We're throwing him straight into the U.S. Cup. George Acosta, of course, back from, short stint that we sent him out. And Chad Letts looks like he's going to be getting his first run out of the season. We'll make him number 19, sure. Why not? Yeah, Acosta, we sent him out on a trade, and they waived him, so we got him back. Not unheard of in the realm of sports, but interesting. Anyway, Orlando going with the 4-4-2. Perea, team captain, in the middle with Marconi. They've got a tough midfield with Nani, Brown on the right-hand side, Silva and Pico up front. They're playing their starters, it appears to me. Miller, Lindley, Heinze K. Defense, 18 appearances this year. Ruan, the right fullback, 702 rating. Looking pretty good. And then Derek in goal. So, yeah, looks to me like their starting lineup. We've got a few changes in our lineup. Sean Johnson, of course, in goal. We're not messing around with that. Nuhu on the left-hand side getting his debut here. I believe it's his debut. Yep, it is his debut. Baños on the right. He's back from injury. He's healthy. He's had 4 appearances this year. Birnbaum and Trusty still in the central defense. Not messing with that. Same with midfield. Philippe and Mendez. What's up with Mendez here? He has the most assists on the team. 4 goals, 4 assists from the midfield is pretty good. He's played very well, the youngster. And then, this is where we have most of our changes going on here. We got Stewart on the left-hand side, Adrian Stewart. 3 subs this year, but this is his first start. Frankie Amaya, 1 start, 1 off the bench, 1 goal, 1 assist. So maybe we need to get this guy in the game more. Like, he's scoring a point every time he touches the field. And then Hajdarevic on the right, 10 appearances this year. 2 goals, 3 assists. Very good rookie season for him. And then we move Jordi Reyna up top as a striker in this game. 14 appearances, 2 goals, 7.07 rating. Basically we got an MLS game in a couple of days. So we've had to rotate a little bit just to make sure that we're fully fit for that next game. We'll have to make a couple of defensive subs, but other than that, we should be okay. I think since this is a short episode, we'll crank it up to extended highlights. Give us a little bit more feel against Orlando here. Should encourage our players to try short passing play. Okay, here's the first highlight of the match. Pico across midfield. Silva harassed there, has to drop it back. Miller tries a ball forward, intercepted by Philippe, who's playing like a defensive position there. He was in line with the defenders. Orlando tries to put some pressure on, over the top ball to Jordi Reyna. He's in on goal. Can't score. Ruan has to clear it, and that's the first good attack for Inter Miami. See if we can keep up the pressure here. We got 3 shots, 2 on target. Orlando has none. Looking pretty good, 67% possession. And here we are. Orlando, possibly their first highlight. They have to drop the ball past midfield. They're succumbing to our pressure a little bit. Trusty in his own corner has to boot it downfield, but he does get it to Jordi Reyna. Great play. And now we can start the offense. Mendez bashes it downfield to Stewart, who's on the run. The youngster on the left wing tries to send in a cross. Cannot get it past Heinze K. Okay, but we're going to keep the pressure on. Force Orlando to clear it, and they cannot do so successfully. Mendez has it in midfield. He's got Hajdarevic. Gets it to him. Around his man. Going to win a corner. All right, so far so good. Lots of pressure. Orlando doesn't quite know what they're doing here. Here's Mendez on the corner. Philippe couldn't make the leap for that one. When I say they don't quite know what they're doing, it just seems to me they don't know whether they're pressing or whether they're dropping back. They're sort of doing this thing that's kind of in between. You can see their midfield's coming up. Their defense is lagging back, so they're trying to cover the entire field. And I guess it doesn't matter if Nani breaks through, but Johnson with the save. Good thing he didn't cut that back. He had a man just waiting there. Johnson looking for somebody to throw it out to. No, he's waving everybody along and just boots it. Gets it up to Mendez at midfield. He sends it forward. Jordi Reyna behind the defense. Can't score. Almost gets the rebound, but he's swarmed by 4 defenders there. That's why I didn't want to drop it back to short passing, because we seem to be sending some decent balls over the top. Here's another highlight. Baños sort of inadvertently drops it back to midfield. Birnbaum is there. Orlando looks like they may have settled back into a defensive shape now. They're definitely playing things conservatively. There's a ball attempt over the top. Ruan just heads it back to Derek calmly. If Reyna had been paying a little bit more attention, he might have got to that. But looks like we might have a mega highlight. Derek bombs it downfield. Baños bombs it straight back. Derek, he's messing around with it. He's got pressure. Jordi Reyna steals it. Can he get it past him? Jordi Reyna, nope. he couldn't quite react fast enough. Man, he had the goalkeeper in a position right there. All right, that's fine. We're just dominating. As long as they don't get a sneaky goal before halftime, I think we're doing okay. Here is Orlando trying to send it downfield. Knew who intercepts it. Stewart. He gets it stolen, but he gets it back. You know, Marconi's a tough player. There's Stewart sending it forward to Jordi Reyna. Heinze K clears it. Putting a lot of pressure on this Orlando defense. They're not handling it too well either. Can't talk right now. But there's a big pass down to Picot. One-on-one with Johnson, and he saves it. All right. Was that their one chance for the half? I sure hope so. Here we go. Corner. Far side. Perea. Boy, I can't talk today. It's been a while since I've done one of these commentaries. I've been taking it easy on FM20 recently. Only putting out one video a week, as I'm sure you've noticed. You know, I used to do it 5 days a week. But, I think 1 or 2 a week seems to be the pace at which people are consuming these. Reyna down the far sideline on the counterattack. He's got some men filling in, but he can't get it past Marconi. He's such a good defender for a midfielder. He plays very good defense. Here's a throw in far side. Can't get it past Heinze K. Hiderovic gathers it in. Gonna restart the attack here. Louis Philippe out wide to Banos. Great vision to see the fullback out there. He sends it in. Frankie Amaya with the header, but Derek catches that one easily. Couple minutes left in the half. Let's see what we can do with it. Throw in by Banos on the far side. He sends one in. Again, Derek is there. He seems to be keeping Orlando in it right now. Not that we've put a ton of pressure on him. We haven't had too many great chances. Reyna's had a few. Here's Picot. Yeah, he was surrounded. Couldn't quite get off a good shot there. Sends it into the 50th row. Oh, there's the first half. We're definitely dominating. 60% possession. 9 shots to 3. 6 on target to 2. Kind of killing them, but we just don't quite have that goal yet to make things interesting. All right, we're going to go work the ball. Yeah, work the ball into the box. See if we can get some better quality shots, and then we're just going to start. We're going to start the second half without talking to the guys. They don't need it. They know what they did. They just need to keep it up, I guess. Anyway. Yeah. Second half, hopefully it goes pretty much the same as the first half, just let's sneak one in. Here's Perea, free kick. Orlando sends it in, headed out by Trusty. Heinze K gathers it in. Nani, ooh boy. He's the difference maker, I think. He's the guy who could sneak one in for Orlando. I mean, they've got good players. Let's not forget it. Reyna is a good player. Picot can score goals. So they do have some offense. Oh, there's a great defensive play by Mendez. He's chasing it down the far sideline, or the near sideline. Can't beat Lindsay, but he does force Orlando to drop it all the way back. Like I said, Orlando can score goals, but right now they're playing too conservatively. I don't think they'll be able to get past our possession. We're not playing too conservatively, but Frankie Amaya does gather it in. Drops it back for Stewart. Got Nani on the overlap if somebody gets it to him. Nope. Mendez heads it on to Hiderovic. Forward, Jordi Reyna. It's a good attempt, but he didn't put a lot on that one. He hasn't played striker this year, so it's a bit of a new position for him with our team. He's played it before, but just not with us. And here we go. We're going to try to build the attack out of the back. 57 minutes down. Louis Philippe out wide to Stewart. At the 60-minute mark, we'll look and see what we can do. Ruan with a big tackle, but we retain possession. Inter Miami. Amaya cross midfield. Louis Philippe playing a little 3-man ball to it. Gets it forward to Jordi Reyna. 2 men rush forward. Philippe sends it out wide. Can't get it to Hiderovic. Kind of a bad pass there, but Mendez recovers forcing Orlando to just bomb it downfield, and we steal it again. This is just how Orlando's day has gone. Out wide, Hajdarevic behind the defense. Tight angle, stopped by Derek. Frankie Amaya gathers it in, and he loses it to Ruan, but corner. Okay, let's see how our special teams can deal with this, boys. Let's get a special teams goal. Nobody's particularly in the box right now. Sent it middle, and nobody was there. Pereira's an accomplished crosser of the ball. Okay. Let's see how we're playing here. Yeah, Jordi Reyna is not playing well at all. Might have to get him out of there. Here's Picot behind the defense. There, one good shot, one good break, and Picot finishes at 15th goal of the season. I guess maybe that's what Orlando's been doing. They've been playing sort of counterattack. I mean, this wasn't sort of your typical counterattack, but we were stretched. Picot just manages to sneak one past Johnson, and now we got problems. Now we got issues. Here we go. Mendez, can you tie it up? Sends one in. Nope, Derek right there. Okay, 73 minutes down all of a sudden. Let's take a look. Jordi Reyna still playing terribly. So who do we bring in? So let's, the young striker / winger that we brought up from Inter Miami 2. He's got the pace that we like. He's not particularly a goal scorer. Our other option is Mackenzie Gaines. You know, a little bit better goalkeeper. Also has the pace. So we're going to put him up top. He does not quite have the playing experience, or at least not the match fitness that Letts has, but he's a much better prospect. Now the only other question is, what do we do with Reyna? You know, Hajdarevic is okay. Frankie Amaya is a little tired. I don't know that he's going to make it through the whole match. So we might have to sub him out anyway. We'll see if we can improve Reyna's performance by putting him there and then bring in Mackenzie Gaines. Even though Amaya has played decently, you know, Reyna's playing a little bit out of position. So we'll switch that around and see what we can do. All right. Let's go, boys. We got to get one back. Derek going to bomb it downfield. Are we going to have a super highlight here? Picot runs under it. He's got a man going. Oof, boy, that was terrible. I don't know what that was. If that was a shot, it's the worst shot I've ever seen. If that was a pass, it's the worst pass I've ever seen. So, no idea what that was, but it was terrible. 82 minutes. Shouts. Demand more. Here we go. Midfield, Orlando City looking to waste time. Baños can't quite get the steal. Sent across to Brown. He sends it wide. All right, let's make another sub here. That just reminded me. We're going to bring in Shaq Moore for Baños. Give us a little bit more versatility out there at fullback. Baños is more of a sit-at-home defensive type player. Let's see. Team instructions, out of position. More urgent. Prevent goalkeeper distribution. 3 minutes of stoppage time. I think Orlando's done it to us again. Yep. Wow, they just wasted the whole half after they got that goal. A game we dominated. 60% possession, and Orlando got the goal they needed. That's how it goes sometimes. You see that quite often. A lot of fouls, 16 apiece. They evened up the shots in the second half, but still. That's a game we should have won. You know, interestingly, our shots sort of dried up a little bit after we tried to work it in the box. Maybe we should have ended that earlier. But anyway, The second half just flew by. We didn't have much time to make adjustments. And poof. What a thud, man. What a dud of a game. That ends our U.S. Open Cup before it even began. One game, and we're out. I think that's going to be a bit of a disappointment. I don't know that the club... Yeah, the U.S. wanted us to reach the 5th round, and we failed. It's not in our favor. We got some criticisms here going on. Very disappointed. Yeah. So it's like two of our big things that we're supposed to do, sign high reputation players, devastated. Reached the 5th round of the U.S. Cup, failed. You know, we're doing some good things in the league, so we're probably going to stick around, but the board is not happy. That's no good. So we got Houston coming up next. Houston, where the heck are they in things? I don't see them. They are at the bottom of the league, so that's not good for them. See what we got coming up. Houston, Montreal, New England, Atlanta. You know, now that the Cup is done, we might come back for the 3/4 season update. See if we can make any big moves. You know, mid-season is no longer the time when the transfer window opens. It's now opened a little bit later in the season, so about the 3/4 point. So we'll see if, you know, maybe we can make some moves. We cleaned a little bit more cap space, so we've got over $1 million in cap space available right now, 1.12. So it's, you know, possibility that we could sign a player for the end of the season, for the final season push. We'll see. You know, if anybody gets injured, might look to bring in a new player. Other than that, I think I'm mostly happy with the guys we have. We could use a little more depth at striker, obviously, but I don't know that I want to bring in a starting striker because our guy is playing so well. So yeah, I don't know. Carranza's got 11 goals on the season. I don't know that you want to take out a guy who scored 11 goals in 19 games. But anyway, that's going to do it. We'll come back, 3/4 season update. Until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.